Welcome students. So in today's class we shall be learning about the synthesis of phospholipids. So first of all let us see what are these phospholipids. These phospholipids are a specialized group of lipids that perform a variety of functions. They include the formation of membrane structure, also involved in blood clotting mechanism through formation of plasmalogens, and they also provide the supply of arachidonic acid for the synthesis of prostaglandins. So they also provide supply of arachidonic acid for synthesis of prostaglandins. You can also know about the basic structure of phospholipids, which I had already discussed in an earlier video. So the link of that video is given in the description below. Now let us focus on our topic of synthesis of phospholipids. Now how the synthesis of phospholipid occurs. Phospholipids are synthesized from phosphatidic acid and 1,2-diacylglycerol, which are the intermediates in the production of triacylglycerols. So basically we can say the synthesis occurs in endoplasmic reticulum. To be more precisely, it is the smooth endoplasmic reticulum that is devoid of ribosomes that act as a site for synthesis of these phospholipids. Now how these phospholipids are synthesized? Now let us start. We all are familiar with the structure of glycerol 3-phosphate. Let us draw the structure for glycerol 3-phosphate. Now this is the structure for glycerol 3-phosphate. We can also start the reaction from dihydroxyacetone phosphate also. So in some books you will find that the reaction is starting from dihydroxyacetone phosphate. So from glycerol 3-phosphate it is converted into lysophosphatidic acid, that is lysophosphatidic acid. So how this reaction takes place? This takes place in the addition of one molecule of acyl coenzyme A the removal of one coenzyme ASH, and this reaction takes place in presence of enzyme acyl transferase, namely glycerol 3-phosphate acyl transferase, and this leads to formation of lysophosphatidic acid. So how this lysophosphatidic acid is different from glycerol 3-phosphate? Just see the structure. The changes in the structure will be highlighted by the red color. You can see one acyl coenzyme A molecule will be attaching over here, and this becomes the structure of lysophosphatidic acid. From this lysophosphatidic acid, a molecule of phosphatidic acid is synthesized by addition of one acyl coenzyme A in presence of enzyme acyl transferase. So here the addition of one molecule of acyl coenzyme A will be also present. You can see here. Now the site of attachment will be on the second carbon. Now this is the structure for phosphatidic acid. Now from phosphatidic acid occurs the synthesis of, or we can say formation of, lecithin and cephalin. Now here occurs the main changes. The phosphatidic acid is converted into two different molecules. First molecule is formed in presence of one water. This is an hydration reaction and leads to formation of 1,2-diacyl glycerol. Here you can see one OH molecule is attached and the two different acyl molecules are attached. Here you can see. So this is the structure of 1,2-diacyl glycerol. Whereas the second molecule occurs or formed in presence of one CTP molecule, cytosine triphosphate. Here you can see two phosphate groups are attached and one cytidine also. Now two acyl groups will be attached as mentioned. And this structure is known as CDP diacyl glycerol. This is known as CDP diacyl glycerol. Now from 1,2-diacyl glycerol there occurs the synthesis of phosphatidyl ethanolamine or phosphatidyl choline, also known as lecithin. So how this lecithin formation occurs we will be showing you. Now for this, one choline molecule, also written as ethanolamine, This is phosphorylated to form phosphocholine or phosphoethanolamine in presence of one ATP molecule. And this phosphocholine is further attached to one cytosine or cytidine molecule by utilizing the CTP, and thus the molecule being formed is known as CDP choline or CDP ethanolamine. And this CDP choline is reacting with the molecule of 1,2-diacylglycerol, in which one CMP molecule is removed and leads to formation of phosphatidylcholine. So students, just note down the structure. To this phosphate, one choline molecule is attached, and this is known as phosphatidylcholine. This structure is known as phosphatidylcholine, also commonly called as lecithin. This is also commonly known as lecithin. Whereas on the other hand, a molecule of cephalin is also formed. So how this cephalin molecule will be formed, let us see. We had already synthesized the second molecule of CDP diacylglycerol. This CDP diacylglycerol further undergoes in two different pathways. In the first pathway, it leads to formation of phosphatidyl inositol. Phosphatidyl inositol. The structures are quite easier, but they require practice. So don't miss that particular thing. Practice it at least twice. And to this phosphate group, one inositol will be attached. And this product is known as phosphatidyl inositol. Whereas on the other hand, it leads to formation of phosphatidyl glycerol 3 phosphate in presence of another molecule of glycerol 3 phosphate. So here another molecule of glycerol 3 phosphate will be utilized, and it will lead to formation of phosphatidyl glycerol 3 phosphate. In presence of water molecule, it will be hydrated to form phosphatidyl glycerol. And ultimately this phosphatidyl glycerol will be change to form cardiolipin, another type of phospholipid known as cardiolipin. This is formed in presence of phosphatidylglycerol molecule. This phosphatidylglycerol is reduced to form a molecule of glycerol and leads to formation of cardiolipin, also known as diphosphatidylglycerol. So another phospholipid, important phospholipid, is formation of phosphatidylserine. So how phosphatidylserine is formed? In this reaction, the phosphatidylethanolamine can exchange its ethanolamine group with serine and later leads to decarboxylation, thus giving rise to again phosphatidylethanolamine. So how this reaction occurs, we can write it over here. Phosphatidylethanolamine, it will be reacting with a molecule of serine and will lead to formation of phosphatidylserine. So this occurs in presence of serine molecule and ethanolamine is released out. Whereas the second step is the decarboxylation to lead to formation of again phosphatidylethanolamine. So these are the major types of phospholipids that are formed. First being the phosphatidylcholine, then phosphatidylinositol, cardiolipin, and phosphatidylserine. Another type of phospholipids are also there, known as plasmalogens. So how these plasmalogens are being formed? Plasmalogens are basically used as an precursor in the activation of blood clotting mechanism or platelet activation factor, we can say. So this is also formed from dihydroxyacetone phosphate and leads to formation of 1,2-alkyl acyl glycerol. So this is a separate reaction that is occurring. We shall be covering it only by the names, not by the structures. So dihydroxy, let us first of all give it a heading. The heading is synthesis of plasmalogens. So now we are covering the synthesis of plasmalogens under the heading of synthesis of phospholipids. So this is a type of phospholipids, don't get confused. So this is starting from dihydroxyacetone phosphate, which is converted into 1-alkyl dihydroxyacetone phosphate. And this is further converted into 1-alkyl 2-acyl glycerol. Students, these are just the major key intermediates that are involved in the synthesis of plasmalogens. Otherwise, it's a very long biosynthetic pathway. So this one alkyl 2-acyl glycerol is further leading to formation of plasmalogens through a series of reactions, and on the other hand it leads to formation of platelet activation factor, also known as by another name 1-alkynyl 2-acetylglycerol 3-phosphocholine. So this was the synthesis of plasmalogens. So similarly to plasmalogens, sphingomyelins are also formed. So the structure of sphingomyelins is already mentioned in the previous videos. You can refer them. I will be giving the link for them in the description below. So students, this was all regarding the synthesis of phospholipids. So now you are familiar with the different types of phospholipids that are being formed, which are phosphatidylcholine, phosphatidylinosytol, phosphatidylserine and cardiolipin. Another important phospholipid is plasmalogens. So I hope now the synthesis of phospholipid is clear to you now.